Okay, let's see if we can bring this down just a bit. All right, 1 second. We're going to figure this out. I'm going to, yes, do this at the last minute. Woo. We're going to get this focus back in. There we go. We're focused. Okay, so hello, guys. Hello. How is everybody doing today? Dang, okay. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Hello, Adam. Hello, everybody. How you doing? As soon as more people start jumping on in, we will begin this versus battle between the original It and the It remakes 2017-2019 films. So, drink some coffee there. I got my tally board right here ready to go, actually. I am very much ready to do this. I'm very excited to do this. Obviously, we'll go. And once more people start getting in here, we have 2 people so far. So, Adam, if you want to help me gather the rest of the patrons over here, I'm going to go ahead and try to do that right now. I will try to get their attention. We got someone who's just jumped on in. Hopefully, hey, Jordan, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. Ready for this live stream, ready for this versus battle. How are you doing today? Let's see if we can change. Not that button. My bad. Okay, so yes, waiting on a couple more people, and then we will for sure get started with this. We will get started with this versus battle. I'm very excited, actually. I'm curious to see who's going to pull off in the lead on this one, who's going to win. I have my suspicions that the original might win, but there's always the possibility that the remake is definitely gonna do good, because I'll tell you what, that remake got so much love and is so beloved. So, oh god, this is gonna be interesting, and I do have the characters and all the cards ready to go. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Let me go ahead and run over to Patreon, make sure everybody's jumping on in for this live stream. Hopefully they're not commenting under the video. I just want them to click on the link to get to the video. Okay, 1 sec. Okay, so it's playing on Patreon as we speak. I'm glad you found it, Adam. So, okay, 1 sec. Let's see if we can get some other people's attentions really quick. Okay, so maybe I should go to Messenger, Patrons, Relationship Manager. Okay, let's see if I can message the link to everybody. Yeah, I'm doing this at the last minute, but it's okay. We'll all be okay. It's okay. The longer you know. Let's see. No. Okay. So, we'll message 15. That makes that really easy. Okay, well, that didn't really do much for me. 1 second. Give me a second, Adam. Give me 1 second. Okay, share. Copy link. And this is only exclusively for patrons, so, like, only certain people will be joining us on this. Okay, I think I just sent everybody It versus battle. Okay, I think I just sent everybody the link. So hopefully more people start jumping on in. We can get started. No worries. Take your time. Okay, thank you, Adam. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, this was done at the last minute, but I really wanted to go ahead and get this done early. And it's going to take us a while. This battle will take us a while. We're going to go through all of the losers. We're going to go through Pennywise. We're going to go through some of the side characters, comparing the two. Oh, man. I'm excited, though. I am excited for this one. Pet Sematary was a lot of fun, but this one is going to be an interesting battle, no doubt. Okay, so... No, I'm pretty positive I sent everybody the message. Okay. So, and as soon as you guys get on in, let me know in the comments that you made it to the video, because I won't be able to know until you comment. Okay, let's go to the public page. Okay, so far only you has jumped on in there. So we are covering both remake movies. Yes, we're going to be tackling both of them along with the 1990 movie. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because, but technically the original one has both It Chapter 1 and 2 in the same movie. So we're going to definitely be putting both of the new It movies together along with it. And it's going to be an even battle, for sure. So we're pretty much going to be doing what we did last time, comparing the performances, from the remakes, from the originals, and we're going to see which ones are the superior versions. So hopefully more people jump on in. We only have 2 people watching right now. I think only 2 people, which, if you can help me, Adam, try to get their attention, try to make sure they know that we are going live right now. So we got to go ahead and do this. So hopefully they know to click on the link on the public page. I'm hoping. Maybe I should have put live now. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Live now. There we go. Francis, thank you. I'm glad. Yay, Francis has joined. Good, good, good. That's 2 people now watching. I'm very happy. Okay, we're trying to get everybody else's attention because, I really don't want to start with with only 2 patrons. I'd rather have at least close to 5 or 6 at least on here before we get started with the live stream, the versus battle between the original 1990s It and the 2007 to 2019 remakes. Or movie adaptations, not miniseries. But how you doing, Francis? Thank you for joining us, man. Glad you can make it. I'm here to defend the TV movie. Hey, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting battle for sure. These are 2 juggernauts of entertainment. Both It movies I like a lot, so it's gonna be very interesting to see where people are going to be siding with which character and which portrayal of each character. Story and all that stuff. We will be talking about the story. We will be talking about the villains. We will be talking about all that stuff. So it's going to be interesting, no doubt. I'm going to drink some coffee while we wait. If you guys want to go get something to snack on and eat, we will get started probably in the next, if no one shows up, we're probably going to have to go ahead and get started in at least the next, 10, 15 minutes. But I'm going to give people time to jump on in for sure. So if you guys want to help me get the rest of the patrons on here, then that would be awesome. For sure. Not really sure if it's going to do much, but we're going to try. Okay, so I might need to send them each a separate message. Okay, so coffee sounds good. I'm going to grab some. Yes, grab some. That would definitely be good. Yes, grab some coffee, everybody. We're going to be sitting here for a while. I can't wait to get into the first subject of this versus battle. Okay, we got 3 people watching. If you are watching right now, comment. Let me know that you made it to the chat and you're ready to do this. I'm going to wait for at least a few more people, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the first round of characters. So, we're going to get this thing going. Okay, I did message everybody on Patreon, so let me go ahead and message people on Facebook, let them know, hey, we are live right now, so please, please, please head on over and let's get this thing going. Because I got a few people on Patreon who are, okay, there's that person. Crystal is a patron. Okay, we'll go to Crystal, message her, let her know that we are live right now, so don't miss it. If they're working, then that it just can't be helped, 3 viewers and 2 likes. Okay, so we have another viewer watching. I'm hoping they message, let me know that they're watching so I don't have to guess. We'll go to Carolyn, who's also our first patron, so we're going to go ahead and send Carolyn a message. Harley. Where are you, Carolyn? It's going to take me a few minutes. My apologies. Got to find them first. Carolyn, got her message. Bam. Okay, so there's 3 people I sent a message to. Okay, so I'm helping fix a dishwasher, but I'm here, so they have no excuses. Yeah, they have no excuse. Hey. Multitasking, yes. Yes, great, great, awesome. I might invite the Cinnamon, one of my merchandise people, to watch it if she is on. So, yes, be lucky. I need more people to watch. So not everybody's gonna be sent one because you got to be a patron to watch. So, but certain people who do help the channel, I will allow them to watch along with the people who support the channel in the big way. So, okay, so I sent a message to Crystal, Carolyn. Hopefully, Gamer Gal sees it. We got Adam who has seen it. Okay, cool. Okay, so hopefully more people jump on in. We have 4 people watching, so if you guys are jumping on in, message, comment down in the chat so we know when to begin. Our versus battle will begin here in a few minutes. We're going to be, yes, if you guys are just jumping on in, we're going to be doing an It versus battle, the It 1990 miniseries versus the It 2017, the It Chapter 2 2019 film. And we're going to be comparing the actors, the characters, and stuff. I have cards already ready that will be going on the screen when we start. And we will be going into battle mode and see which ones win what category. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. And we did Pet Cemetery, so yeah, if you can do Pet Cemetery, we could probably do It. Okay, 6 people watching. That's 6 people. So people are jumping on in finally. Okay, yes, patrons, welcome. Glad more people are jumping on in, which means they're probably seeing the messages I've sent them, hopefully. Okay, so 6 people watching. Guys, hit the like button. Let me know you're here. Comment. Let me know that you made it to the versus battle. We're going to be starting. We're just waiting on a few more people to jump on in. 6 watching. Yep, it's looking good. It's looking good. But I want to make sure that they're here and watching so we can get started because we're going to be voting on certain categories and stuff. So, you get a vote and see which ones pull out the winner. And this is only Patreon exclusive. So you patrons are the only people who are going to be watching this live stream. So if you guys are here, please send a message on the chat, and we will know to mark you as here. But our first battle is going to be Bill Denbrough. So Bill Denbrough is going to be the first character, actor, performance we're going to be comparing. So hopefully you guys are making it in. Hey, Samantha's here. Yes, awesome. Glad you can make it. Yes, we're going to be doing a versus battle, and I have my tallies and stuff ready to go. I got, It 1990, It 2017 and 2019. I'll be putting tally marks for every category that wins, and we will see which one is the superior film out of this Patreon poll or battle. But, yeah, it's going to be cool. We're going to have fun. Oh, we're going to be here for a while, though. I'll tell you that now. We are going to be here for a while, so making sure all the patrons are jumping on in. Or at least we'll get 6 or 7 patrons. We have at least 6 viewers right now, so that is a good sign. I'm just making sure certain patrons don't miss this because I know they do enjoy the live streams. So 6 viewers. Okay, let's see. Glad Samantha could make it. That's awesome. Okay, guys. Hair's looking good, my man. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. People are actually surprisingly really liking me blonde, which is crazy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and we're going to get started with round 1. I know some people are going to miss it, and that's unfortunate. I gave them a time. I told them when we were going to start. So if they miss it, that they must be really busy. So or they just don't care, which is fine. But we're going to go ahead and get started with round 1, and round 1 is going to be Bill Denbrough. So, give me a second, I'll pull up the screen, and we will get started on the voting for the first round. I'm excited. I am very excited. Hair is looking good. Okay, just making sure of the comments. We have some people commenting on the post. Maybe they are trying to click on the post, and I'm not seeing that they're not making it, so let me check really quick. If you're going to watch, please click on the link and join us on YouTube. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you, Adam, for saying that. Making sure. 4 comments from your patrons. Making sure everybody's seeing this. I know I'm everywhere right now, but we got to make sure people are tuning on in if they are paying monthly so they don't miss this, because I really don't want them to miss this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do round 1 just to go ahead and get this thing started. Some people will miss it, but that is okay. We will work around it. So round 1 is going to be Bill Denbrough, the child performance. So Bill Denbrough is our first topic. Which Bill Denbrough did you prefer? The It 2017-2019 version played by Jaden Martell, or did you prefer Jonathan Brandis as Bill Denbrough? This is interesting to me. I'm kind of I'm split down the middle. I really did enjoy the remake version of Bill Denbrough. I think he captured the the tragedy. You know, he was more. He came off like he wasn't really trying to hide anything. He was always trying to find ways to find his little brother, who he didn't think was dead. So, I mean, he was very much in denial. Where Jonathan Brandis, who accepted Georgie's death, you know, they had a funeral in the original one, but he hid it very well. He kind of, you know, never really came out and admitted that he was sad for Georgie. Every once in a while he did, and when he did, he really broke down in tears. And his performance, I thought, was actually powerful. This is tough. These are two very different Bill Denbroughs, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you mine, and then you guys can vote on which one you preferred. I'm going to go ahead and say I prefer Jonathan Brandis a little bit more than I did Jaden. And that's not saying anything negative about Jaden. I think Jaden did a very good job for what he was given, and he had a lot of great moments on screen. But Jonathan Brandis, I think, might be, in my opinion, just a smidgen more memorable as Bill. But in my opinion, I remember him a little bit more. They both did excellent jobs. This one's tough. I think a lot of them are going to be. Yeah, this is really not going to be easy. The Losers Club, I mean, some of them are going to be very, you know, one-sided. But, like, Bill is one that's definitely not one-sided. They're both very fucking good. And I'm just going to go ahead and say I vote Brandis. I think Brandis wins this one. I just think he has a little bit of an edge over Jaden. I just do. Yeah, Francis agrees. I vote Brandis as well. Martell was good, though. Yeah, he was very good. He had really key moments. I thought one of the best moments, actually, from the remake of It was when Richie and him get into a fist fight, and he literally looks so crushed that he, like, his best friend and him are fighting, and they're almost broken up as friends. Very, very, very good moments, I say, through Jaden, I think Jaden is like his first name. But I do think Jonathan is the superior one. But let's see, we got Adam votes Brandis, Jaden Martell, in my opinion. You know what though? I can't argue with that though, because they're so both very good. You know, Samantha has Martell for votes. So that's 1 for Martell. That's 3 for Jonathan Brandis. It's close, I gotta say, and, you know, it's a shame we have no more people to vote here, because I feel like, you know, it might be more of a close battle than I think it, you know, possibly would be. But we're gonna go ahead and say, as it stands right now, we're gonna go ahead and say Brandis wins round 1, so that's a point for It 1990. So I'll write the tally mark. So I would say Jonathan Brandis wins for Bill Denbrough as a kid. But here's the awesome part. We're going to go ahead and go to round 2, which is Bill Denbrough as an adult. This is very one-sided, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. I like both performances. I think they're both very decent performances. That's okay, Geek Gal. I just saw that you jumped on in. Thank you for joining us, Geek Gal. I really appreciate it. You can vote on this one, though. So I'm glad we just started. So, like, yeah, Brandis won for round 1. But, Bill Denbrough as an adult, though, this is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to say it. This is my personal opinion, but I think James McAvoy wins this one. I really do. I like them both, but I really thought James McAvoy did a great job. Yeah, McAvoy all the way. Got to be McAvoy. Yeah, people are already voting for James McAvoy. I can't blame you. James McAvoy, I just think he was more memorable as older Bill. I love McAvoy, but I'll say Thomas. Very interesting. We got to vote for Thomas. That's awesome, because I do enjoy both performances, but, you know, personally, I think McAvoy was better, but I can understand why people might actually prefer Thomas over McAvoy. They're both pretty decent, like the first, the first round with both of the child actors for Bill. I think these two are very close. But yeah, McAvoy again for Samantha. McAvoy. I think he's more. I think he has a more haunted look at him. Yeah, for sure. I think there's something about the original Richard Thomas performance that might be a bit more tragic than James McAvoy's performance. Haunting tragically. You know, he's very upset the fact that he forgot about George, and it's very heartbreaking. Oops, meant McAvoy. I think I got what you mean, but that's good. Yeah, I think we all know McAvoy wins this round. So for this round, it's kind of one-sided. I mean, not really one-sided for each. You know, first off, we got the young Bill who won for the 1991, but then we got the adult Bill who won for the 2017-2019 film. So There is 1 point for each. We have 1 point for the 1990 and 1 point for the remakes. Okay, so that will be wrapping up Bill Denbrough, his character. We're going to move on to the next one, which is actually Beverly Marsh. Now, this to me, in my opinion, is very one-sided. Emily Perkins, though, did a passable good job, and she actually did decent, was not on the same level as Sophia Lillis, who I think is easily the best Beverly Marsh here, and possibly the best Beverly Marsh in the entire series, actually. In my personal opinion, the things that she pulled off, I thought were just powerful, sad, heartbreaking, crazy good performance by a child actor. I think it's one of the best child performances I've seen in a long time. But Sophia, I would say, just more memorable, just overall more memorable. The only problem with Sophia is that she looks a little older. I can see that. I can see that. She, out of all the kids there, she kind of looked a little bit older, um, but yeah, she doesn't have that child look. But I do agree. She definitely did have that, a little bit older. I mean, she's, obviously tell she's a kid, but yeah, I can see what you mean by that. But I just thought her performance was just stunningly good. I think she was just awesome as Beverly Marsh. Yeah, she had to portray a broad spectrum of emotions. Yeah, it was bad enough in the original 1990 movie with Emily Perkins' version, the father. They didn't really hint at too much of, sexual harassment or molestation with the daughter. That was going on in the 2017 remake. There was a lot of, the father was a creep to her and stuff, and she really captured it well. She captured that horrifying aspect, the fear in her eyes when she saw her dad walking down the hallway. I mean, the small things that she really just added to Beverly Marsh, I think, just nailed it. So I'm going to say Sophia for me, personally, but I can understand why people might vote for Emily. I think both of them did a really good job, but to me, it's one-sided, and I would say Sophia wins by a landslide. But Adam said Sophia. I think Geek Gal said Sophia too. She doesn't have child look, but I do agree. Yeah, she had to portray abroad. Francis says Sophia, so I think that's 4 votes for Sophia. Me, Francis, Adam. Samantha, have you voted yet for this? No, you have not. I'm gonna wait for Samantha's vote. But I think Sophia pretty much. Well, in the book there was a lot worse, so I'm surprised that it didn't show in the. They showed it in the movie. Yeah, I'm sure the book was a lot worse. Actually, my friend Cinnamon is actually doing a read-along stuff for her YouTube channel, and she's reading the book of it. So she'll be diving into that stuff soon. But yeah, this is just a very easy landslide win for Sophia. Sophia was probably Beverly in the remake was probably my 3rd favorite character in the Losers Club, if not my top 2, really. So far we're tied with the movies, but it's pretty fucking. So that's 4 votes. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say that Sophia won this battle. I think it's obvious she won this battle. Everybody agrees that Sophia was easily the best performance. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the point to the 2017-2019 film. So that's giving it 2-1. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the adult version of Beverly Marsh. This one is going to be interesting for sure to see what people think. Jessica Chastain or Annette O'Toole. So this one's interesting. I'm going to let you guys discuss it first, see what happens. I will jump in after I hear what you guys have to say about this one. Geek Gal says Annette thinks should win. Okay, we got to vote for Annette. Awesome. Both are really good, and they're both pretty close to being even for me. Yeah, there's not really most of these are gonna be pretty close. I think. It's not like the Pet Sematary versus battle where everything was almost everything was one-sided for the original. We got another one for Annette. Very cool. So far, we got 2 votes for Annette, which is awesome. For me, it's neck and neck. Yeah, Adam, it's pretty close for me too. So we got 2 votes for Annette right now. Adam, I think it's neck and neck, so he thinks it's about a tie. Oh, I think I'm gonna go with you guys, and I'm gonna say Annette probably is the better performance out of these two. Not trying to disregard Jessica Chastain; she's a fantastic actress and she does a phenomenal job with the performance. But I think Annette by a hair. Yeah, exactly, Adam. I kind of agree with that. Annette by a hair, a little smidgen of a hair. I think Annette pulls through for this battle. Yeah, yeah. Jessica is a great actor, but it was just a little more tragic. Yeah, there was more of a tragic feel with Annette, and for sure, I can agree with that. So I think we're gonna go ahead. I think we all agree when we say Annette probably wins. The older Beverly Marsh. So we're gonna give it to the 1990 version. So we're tied again, 2-2. I knew this was gonna be a close battle. I know this is going to be a close battle, so let's go ahead and move on to the next loser, which is probably one of the people's more fan favorites, or not really fan favorite. Well, he's loved, obviously. Ben Hanscom, the kid version. Ben, Haystack. So this is interesting. I like them both. I'm not gonna lie to you, but my reasons for going with Brandon Crane. I'm gonna go with Brandon Crane. I like them both. I'm gonna go with Brandon Crane because Brandon Crane reminds me of one of my best friends, Brandon Bolender. He's one of my best friends, and he reminds me so much of him. And he's perfect. I got to go with Brandon Crane, but I do like Jeremy. I think he does a phenomenal job. He's a great Ben. He really is. He's very likable. He's very sweet. He's very cool. Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough. But I do like Brandon Crane a little bit more because he does remind me, he was very caring. He was always by his friend's side. He would do what he had to protect his friends. I mean, he just, yeah, I'm going to go with Brandon Crane. It's tough, but I'm going to go with Brandon. Had to do that to us, didn't you? I'll go with Jeremy. I like both, but I'll agree with Brandon. Yeah, I like Brandon a lot, but I do like both. This is tough. This is not an easy battle. The next one is very one-sided too, but we're gonna go ahead, and this one's tough for me. Jeremy and New Kid on the Block. Oh, that's 2-1. That's 2-2 right now. Francis and Adam voted for Jeremy. Geek Gal and me voted for Brandon. Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully someone else is here to battle. So okay, so we're tied on this right now. We got 2 votes for Jeremy and 2 votes for Brandon. Who is going to say which one is better? Someone jump on in and say, "Hey, I like Brandon better, or I like Jeremy better," so we can finally vote on the last this one and move on. But it's tough. That's what I said. It was going to be close, and it's very down the middle right now. I think both performances are a lot of fun and very good. Flip a coin, I guess. I don't want to flip a coin because um we'll see. One sec. I got an idea. I'll tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and give it to Jeremy, only because I'm not a patron. I mean, I'm in the I run the channel and all that, but like my vote. Give pros and cons. Give pros and cons. I feel like the pros for Brand. I mean, they're both pretty. It's hard to give cons because I do like them both. I guess the cons of Brandon Crane. We'll go with Brandon Crane first. The cons of him are that he doesn't really offer too much to the Losers Club besides being the tropey bigger kid. Obviously, yes, he has a heart of gold. He fights for his friends and all that. And yeah, well, he did fight Henry Bowers and kicked his ass when he hit Beverly. So I mean, he does have a big heart. But you could say the same thing about Jeremy Taylor, though he doesn't like kick Henry's ass like Brandon kicks his ass. But Jeremy adds a lot, and here's the thing: there's a lot of pros with Jeremy because he does add a lot. He's the smart kid. He helps them with the research and the remake. He helps them with the research to figure out what Pennywise is, how long he's been around, the everything that's been going on with the town of Derry. There's a lot for Jeremy that really makes him a little bit better than Brandon character telling wise. But they pretty much just took Mike from the original It movie and made him into Ben in the remake. They kind of gave his arc to Ben in the remake. But I think overall the better character for the story is probably Jeremy's version. But I'm still going to go with Brandon. But I think Jeremy probably wins this battle. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Jeremy. I think he probably wins this battle as pros go for the characters in the story. But it's tough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and give the point to the 2017-2019 movie. So that's 3-2 right now for the versus battle. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. That was a tough one for sure. So now we're going to move on to the adult version of Ben Hanscom, which we have John Ritter and Jay Ryan. And I'm just going to say John Ritter wins by a landslide, in my opinion. John Ritter wins by a landslide, in my opinion. And the reason why I feel like he wins by a landslide is because Jay didn't have much screen time, and when he did, you really didn't care for his character. He was very botched over. He was very... he just was not very memorable as Ben, in my opinion. Ritter, yeah. Ritter. I mean, to me, John Ritter did add a lot to the characters in the 1990 version. He was easily one of the more characters who was out there to try to get Pennywise again. He was aiming to go back and fight Pennywise. Never really wanted to run away. I almost forgot he was Ben. Yeah, he's very forgettable, and it's not really his fault. That's more of the script's problem and the directing that they put him in, but he was making himself better. I almost forgot he was Ben. He was making himself better. Yeah, I think John Ritter, though, wins this easily, but not saying that, Jay didn't do a bad job. It's just John Ritter, I think, is more memorable as Ben, older Ben. So I'm going to go ahead and we have 2 votes for Ritter. Him and Bev were a great couple together. Yeah, for sure. So I think, Geek Gal, do you go for John Ritter or do you go for Jay? I'm going to assume you probably go for John Ritter, seeing that you said you forgot he was Ben. Rest in peace, John. Yeah, definitely rest in peace. Yeah, that's sad, yeah. Okay, so that's... Yeah, oh, you already said you voted for Ritter. I'm sorry. Ritter. Okay, Francis votes for Ritter, so that's everybody voting for Ritter. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to the 1990 version. Guess what? We're tied again with 3-3 right now. 3-3. It's a close one. Okay, next one up is Richie. So we got Seth Green versus Finn Wolfhard. I'm assuming, and I'm just going to go ahead on, I'm just going to assume everybody's going to want to see Finn Wolfhard win this battle. And I tend to agree. I think Finn Wolfhard is just far more memorable as Richie. And better as Richie, too. So I would vote for Richie, myself. Finn. Yep. Both did so good. They really did do good. I'm going with Seth Green because he's a bit more obnoxious. Yeah, he is. Seth Green is a bit more obnoxious, isn't he? So Francis votes for Seth Green. Okay, we got a vote for Seth. We got 1 vote for Finn. So who are we going to see win? Who is going to take home this win? Beep, beep, Richie. Yep, beep, beep, Richie. Take a sip of my coffee. I go with Seth because he felt a bit stand out. I get that. And if Adam votes for Seth, I will give it to Seth Green. Well, not if he votes for Finn, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Seth Green because that's 2 patrons who voted for Seth Green. As I said, I'm not a patron, so unless the majority agrees with me, my votes don't mean too much. But I think that goes for anybody, right? Okay, I go with Seth Green in a way. I can see that. Seth Green's pretty good as Richie. And I gotta say, Richie, I was never a big fan of Richie's character because I think he's always obnoxious. Finn was good, but all they did was give him cuss words, was all that he did to make him stand out. He could have been more. Yeah, I agree with that. I'll go with Seth. Okay, so that is a win for the 1990s. Seth Green wins that one. So 4-3 on the voting. So that is the end of Richie, the child version. Let's go ahead and move up to Richie adult, which Bill Hader is, I think, the better Richie when it comes to the adults, for sure. Richie Rich. But Finn did a great job. I agree with that. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Bill Hader. I just think Bill Hader's far more memorable as adult Richie, and funnier. Bill Hader, best part of the movie. He really was the best part of the entire movie. Yeah, Bill Hader. So we got 2 votes for Bill already. I'll go Hader. Yep, there's 3 votes for Bill Hader. I want to see what Geek Gal says. Oh, and if you guys are just jumping on in, by the way, go ahead and vote on which Richie do you prefer, the older ones. Would you go for Anderson or Hader? So far, we have 3 votes for Bill Hader. But Night Court was my jam, so it's hard voting against Harry Anderson. Is it Harry Anderson or Hardy Anderson? I kind of feel like a dumbass, but it's actually Hardy Anderson. Night Court was great. I invited several people to this, so I'm hoping they jump on in. I would go with Harry. Oh, cool. Night Court. So we got 1 vote for Harry and 3 votes for Bill. We're going to go ahead and give it to Bill Hader for this one. Again, Francis voted for Harry too. Okay, so we got... Oh, okay, never mind. He voted for Bill. Okay, we're going to give it to Bill. So that's 4-4 again. We're tied again. Oh, man. So that's 4-4 for the It movie so far. Mike Hanlon. Mike Hanlon, we got Chosen Jacobs and Marlon Taylor. So, who's going to win this one, folks? Who is going to win this one? I'll tell you mine after I hear what you guys have to say. It's tough. Not really, but to me, it's not tough. Marlon, Geek Gal. There you go. Marlon. Yeah, and it's kind of the same thing with my argument when it came to the younger Ben, where how do I say it? Mike really doesn't offer all too much in the remake, but he offers a shit ton in the original 1990 miniseries. I mean that. In the 1990 miniseries, he is the Ben from the remake in this movie. He has all the information. He has the book of photos. He knows a lot about the town. But in the remake, when you come to Mike, all he does is he fights Henry Bowers and wins. So there's not too much that he offers for the story in the remake. They took away from Chosen. Yeah, they really did. They should have given him more screen time in the remake. Marlon, but just because Chosen wasn't given a rule. Bingo is his name-o. Bingo is his name-o. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3. We got we're all in agree that the 1990 miniseries wins this one. So that's 5-4 right now on the voting. So here we go with Mike as an adult, which I think is kind of the same situation as it was for when they were kids. I think the win is probably going to be Tim Reed. Isaiah Mustafa wasn't given enough to do, and what he was given, he was good, don't get me wrong, and he definitely had more of a role to play in this one than he did as a kid in this 2017 film. But I just think, Tim is easily the more memorable version. In my opinion, he stands out more. He had a very cool, oddly, he had a very cool fatherly figure kind of vibe to him. He was very wise. He knew, he stayed in, in the new one, he was kind of crazy and obsessed with it all. But in this one, he felt like he didn't have to be crazy or obsessed about it until he knew for a fact it was happening again. So but this guy, he was like crazy and stuff. Like, oh, I went and found these Indians and stuff, and they showed me what it was and stuff. And now that stuff was all cool and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but Tim was just more chill about things. Tim all the way. I'm going to go for Tim, even though I love Old Spice. He was such a powerful character. He really was. He was one of the best parts of that chapter 2, I'll go ahead and say, for the 1990 version. When he saw Georgie's pick, yeah, that was pretty powerful. That his face, he says it all. He's like, crap. When he saw Georgie's pick, the spot right there, yeah, that spot right there. So we're gonna go ahead and give it to the 1990 version again. So that is 6-4. So 1990 miniseries is now in the lead by 2 points. All right, so that would be Mike, and here we go with one of the more lesser used characters, Stan. Stan, the man. Okay, so Stan Uris, Wyatt Olaf, or Ben Heller. They're both pretty even to me. I think both of them are pretty close. They really didn't have too much to offer to the story, though if I had to give it to somebody who had a little bit more to do with the story, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Wyatt. I think Wyatt was easily probably the better Stan, and he was more memorable. He had more of an arc. It wasn't much of an arc, but he had more of an arc than the original. Wyatt. So we got 2 votes for Wyatt right there. Yeah, it's probably going to go to Wyatt. He was just more memorable as the character. But both of them are pretty, they weren't utilized all that much, which is a shame because Stan's a very interesting character. Wyatt, I liked the speech he gave in the second movie. Yeah, it was a pretty good speech. Wyatt was great, and his speech in the movie was wonderful. For sure. So we got 2 votes for Wyatt. No, 3 votes for Wyatt. So that's 3. We're going to go ahead and give it to the 2019, 2017 films. I thought they both did a great job, but Ben was not seen much except for the memory moments. I agree. So let's go ahead and give that to 2017, 2019, which is now only 1 point behind. So Wyatt wins that round. All right. The adult versions of Stan. Andy wins by a long shot. A long shot. All you see of the 1990 version played by Richard was in the few moments he was alive in the bathtub. But that's my opinion. I don't, I just agree. I just think, I think Andy wins. I really do. And he also talks. He has more of a moment. Did I spell something wrong? One sec. He's got like 5 seconds of screen time. Richard, they're both pretty close, I think. It's one of those things. It's like they don't get much screen time at all. But but I like those 5 seconds. But in the new one, there's a moment where he talks to him on the phone. He has a conversation with his wife, and then towards the end of the movie, when you can see him writing the letter and discussing why he didn't do what he did, or he did what he did and stuff, and he's giving that speech about the losers and stuff, and that kind of had more to do. He added more to the newer one, but I think it's tough. This is tough. I'm gonna go ahead. The more I think about it, the more Richard actually leaves more of an impact, I think, than the new one. I think Richard does leave more of an impact. And he does have that scene in the fridge. Yeah, you're right, the head. That's what you meant by that. The head. Oh, God, I forgot about the head. Yeah, probably I'd go Richard because the head scene. Well, let's see who's here. Billy Boy. Oh, God, that was tough. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to agree with you guys. I'll give it to Richard. I think I forgot all about that head scene, which is shocking because that scene's actually really good. Richard's head's in the fridge. Yeah, Monsieur, we got 1 vote for Monsieur. We got another vote for Richard. Francis goes for Richard. So we got 2 votes for Richard. I'm going to go with Richard, but I see your point. Richard. Yes, okay, so we got Richard as the win here, so the 1991 wins. I forgot all about that head scene, so yes, 7-5. So the 1990 is winning by 2 points right now. God, I'm so glad you guys reminded me of that head scene, because I would have voted for Andy if I didn't remember that. Eddie! Jack Dylan Grazer, I think, wins this one, and I think, because he's easily in my opinion, the funniest part of the 2017 film. I could not stop laughing at this kid. He does a great job. Very sarcastic, very funny, very whiny. I really dug. I really dug. I like them both. I really do. Adam portrays a more bullied kid better. Obviously he's sheltered, and I think he gets that better in the original 1991. But I just like Jack's performance so much. I mean, they're both very different versions of the character, but I overall I like Jack a little bit more. He felt really rebellious when he finally got out of the house and hung out with his friends and stuff. Um, the original one, Eddie's mom wouldn't even let him go hang out with his friends without giving him a hard time. He can't even shower with the boys or stuff like that. At least, Eddie's mom in the new one kind of let him hang out with his friends. I mean, there was moments where they were actually at Eddie's house, and Jack, but only because he made me laugh a few times. These are gazebos. Yeah, the gazebos line was so hilarious. Jack all the way. This is hard. So we got one vote for Jack. So that's Adam votes for Jack. Jack for Francis. The shower scene creeped me out. Oh yeah, the original shower scene with Eddie. I'll be fair though. The reason why I think that scene worked better with it wasn't really Adam who was in the scene. Did not really make that scene scary. It was more of Tim Curry who made that scene scary. He was just so happened to be in the scene. But Tim Curry made that scene scary. Yeah, the shower scene. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Jack myself. So that's 3 votes for Jack. Geek Gal, what do you think? Who do you think wins this battle? And the scene with the leper, um, Jack Razor's performance in that moment to the leper was really handled perfectly, because the leper really, to a lot of people wasn't that scary, but the way Jack reacted to the leper was kind of intimidating, made it more intimidating. I'll go with Jack. Okay, so that is a vote for the 2017-2019 film. So that is 6. That's 7-6 right now. So another win for the 2017 film. All right, here we go. Adult Eddie. Both did a pretty good job, I would say. This was tough because I do like both of the performances quite a bit. Obviously, I think Ransone probably captured a more likeness to his younger self better, but both really did a good job. Dennis Christopher, oh god, that's tough. Heard the way they did with Pennywise is they kept him from the kids. Yeah, they kept him from the kids. Yeah, and the day they saw him, they freaked out. Yeah, they did not let him see him. Oh yeah, I watched all that behind the scenes stuff. Fun. So we got 1 vote for Dennis already. Oh, man. They're pretty close. They are pretty close. But, okay, we got 1 vote for Dennis as adult version of Eddie Kaspbrak. Yeah, and this is the top. Yeah. I'll have to go with Dennis. Another vote for Dennis. Okay, so that's 2 votes for Dennis. Um, let's see what Adam says about this. Again, both performances are pretty good, and they do serve the story. I felt emotions. He knew he had a placebo and still stood in front of his friends to protect them. Yeah, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And yeah, the newer one, yeah, he did defend his friends and stuff, but he wasn't like trying to risk his life for them. I mean, he was just his was more unfortunate. They're both unfortunate, but yeah, I would say probably Dennis wins this one. I'm going with James, but I think I want voted, so it's okay either way. Okay, so I think we're gonna go ahead and give it to Dennis, who I think may be the more memorable. So Sadness in the Eyes, yeah, for sure. So let's go ahead and give it to the 1990 version. So that is 8-6 right now. So 8-6. We just finished Eddie Kaspbrak. Okay, Henry Bowers. Henry Bowers. We got Jared Blanchard and we got Nicholas Hamilton, who played Henry Bowers. And I am not. This is the only bully, by the way, that we are going to be comparing, because he's obviously one of the more. He's the best known bully. This is tough. I like them both. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it to Nicholas Hamilton. That's just me though. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Nicholas. I think he was more memorable as Henry Bowers, but I still like the greaser Henry Bowers. 60s versus the 80s. Hamilton is terrifying. Yeah, psychologically, I think he's more destroyed, and his you get to see more of why he's a fucked up little kid, punk, I should say, not kid, a little punk, than the original one, because you really get to see his life at home, how his dad treats him, how he makes him he embarrasses him in front of his friends, making him look like a little weakling. I mean, there's just more psychological problems with Hamilton's version than I do think Blancard's version. So that's Nicholas. Two. So Francis, I think, is voting for Hamilton. Adam is voting for Nicholas too. Nothing like a little fear to make a paper man crumble. Yeah, I think in a way, not knowing making it is making it more terrifying. You're right. You're right. You're for sure right. I agree with that 100%. I used to say that about Pennywise all the time. You know, sometimes if you tell too much about Pennywise, it's going to take away the scariness of him. So, like, I can get that. So if you guys, I mean, it's pretty hard. I like them both, but I would give it to Hamilton personally. But Francis says Hamilton. Adam says Hamilton. What do you say, Geek Gal? Who are you going to vote for? Okay. we're getting pretty close to the end, actually, of all of the characters that we're comparing. So, like, Hamilton. Okay, so that is another win for the 2017-2019 films. That is 8-7. Okay, so now we're going to go straight to Henry Bowers as an adult. And I'm not going to lie, I liked Michael Cole's better than the Teach Grant version. I like them both. I think they serve the story about evenly. But Michael just to me seems more mentally gone, and he's scarier in my opinion. In my opinion, Cole's scarier, but Cole, yep, Geek Gal votes for Cole automatically. And to be honest, Henry Bowers in the 2019 It Chapter 2 was not memorable too much at all. You know, the scene between Michael Cole's version in the 1991 and Belch under the bed was very terrifying. Yeah, Cole, he seems crazier. Yeah. The effect of Pennywise shows more. I agree. The effect of Pennywise does show a lot more in the original than it does in the 2017-2019 film. So I think most of us can probably agree that Cole is probably the winner here. He had good moments in the remake, don't get me wrong, but so that is 2 votes for Cole. What do you say, Adam? Okay, so that is another point for the 1990 miniseries. So that is 9-7. It's close. God, it's really close, actually, guys. Okay, so the next one up we have Al Marsh. This is tough. Stephen Beggart or Frank C. Turner? Al Marsh, man, oh man. Psychologically, this character, dude, is just so bizarrely fucked. Yeah, I really like Frank C. Turner's performance. To me, he might be a bit more memorable as Al Marsh, but you can't deny that the remake's version of Al Marsh is just fucked up beyond belief. This is tough. Steven. Okay, so we got 1 vote for Steven. Okay. Adam vote for Steven. I'm not sure here. Frank scared me a bit more. So Frank, but very close. So we got 1 vote for Frank, and we got 1 vote for Steven. Geek Gal, who do you think is better? There was a physical abuse to the mental, but yeah, there's physical abuse to the mental abuse, and Steven did both of those things. I mean, both. Oh God. Frank. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and give it to Frank, the 1990 version. So I think that's fair. Don't get me wrong. Steven did a phenomenal job. He is terrifying. He is creepy. He is unsettling. The scenes where he's walking down the hallway to mess with Beverly's hair. I mean, it's just Frank came off to me more like a father figure than Steven did. Steven just felt like a pedophile, straight pedophile. Frank really captured a father-esque figure, though he was a bit of a douchebag when he did it. Not really a douche, but really a douchebag. Yeah, Frank, yeah, was really scary. So, yeah, Frank, I think, yeah, wins this round. So, there's Al Marsh, and next is Mrs. Kirsch. Oh, boy, Mrs. Kirsch. We got Joan Gregson and Florence Patterson. Okay, this is not going to be an easy one, because I liked both of these performances, really creeped me out. Damn. This might be one of the toughest ones, guys. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to go with this person. Because this, to me, is one of the most frightening scenes in all of the original It. I'm going to go with Florence, and the scene when Florence, when she turns to the father, and, you know, this has been both Al Marsh and Florence, really unsettling. The face she makes, the way she talks. I worry about you, Bevy. I worry a lot. It really got under my skin, and still to this day gets under my skin. So there's a vote for Joan and there's a vote for Florence. Yeah, this, go away. But this is a tough one. They both play very good innocent old women. I mean, this is creepy shit. Geek Gal, vote for Florence. There's Joan, Florence. Okay. I voted for Florence. I think she's just terrifying. The blood in the cup. Don't trouble your pretty little head, dear. I'll get it. Joan, but I prefer the scene in the original. Joan is more memorable to me, though. Okay, so it is a tie right now. We're going to go ahead and give it to Joan because the page, you know, you guys voted and it has the most votes. Your votes are better than mine, so we're going to go ahead and give it to Joan. But Florence, I got to say, and I won't leave this without saying it, is one of the scariest old women moments in horror film history, in my opinion. I think that scene creeps me out more than the old lady from The Shining. I really mean that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. It does. Florence and yeah, that scene got me more than the scene from The Shining. Okay, so that was Mrs. Kirsch. Next is Georgie Denbrough. We got Jackson Robert Scott and Tony Dakota. I'm gonna go ahead and say it just to get my opinion off there. Jackson gets this win for me personally. Personally, he's more memorable as the character. The way he acted when Pennywise bit his arm off, the way he was trying to run away, crawling away from fear, I mean, was really, really powerful shit. And I remember watching that opening in theaters, and I was just speechless. Jackson had so much more to do, and he was great. There are scenes I like both of them in. Yeah, I really do too. There's more, I think, of Jackson in the new ones than there was with Tony, but Jackson had way more to do, in my opinion. He was just really so, and they're both so innocent. Jackson really stole my heart, though, because I really did not want to see him die. The second I saw the kid actor, I was like, I really don't want to see this kid die. And I felt the same way about Tony. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to see a kid die in a film, but Jackson really, I give it to Jackson. He had some insane moments and pulled it off. The book of the blood's always, yeah, the blood always got me. So that's one, Jackson for Adam. That's Jackson for Francis. That's Jackson for me. What would you say, Geek Gal? Who would you give the point as the more memorable, better Georgie? The book and the blood always got me. Yeah, that scene in the original. Yeah, that was very good. That was a very good moment. He killed it in that you'll float too. Yeah, yeah, it's so good. I like them both. Georgie's just one of the most iconic characters in it, though, altogether. It's crazy. It is crazy. He feels like he has more innocence. Yeah, got to go with Tony. Okay, so that's okay. That's one vote for Tony, and that's 3 votes for Jackson. So we're gonna go ahead and give the point to Jackson. But it's good. It makes sense. I really get it. Heard there was a Georgie movie. I did not know there was a Georgie movie. Also, the scene at the end when he tells Bill he wants to go home. Heartbreaking moment. Yeah, heartbreaking moment. Oh god, that it's tough. Okay, guys, here is possibly the biggest one. Um, Bill Skarsgård or Tim Curry as Pennywise, the dancing clown. So this is tough, and we'll let you guys discuss this first. This is the tough one. I mean, some people might be very one-sided on it, but I think this is tough. These are two very different performances. Bill Skarsgård playing that crazy baby animal creature, learning to be a clown. Um, and Tim Curry plays the better clown, but Tim Curry plays a clown perfectly. But oh god, these two are very iconic. These are two, and yeah, I can say that now. The Bill Skarsgård and Tim Curry are both iconic performances as Pennywise. I mean, very iconic. Oh god. So we got one vote for Tim Curry. Uh, one vote for Tim Curry. Okay. Yeah, they are both very two different characters. One is animalistic and the other one is psychological tormentor. Tim Curry, I'll riot. Yeah, I already knew that Tim Curry was probably going to be the one to win this battle. Um, and it makes sense. Tim Curry is just so fucking iconic. He made the character. He put the character on the map. So, I mean, one of the reasons why people are afraid of clowns is because of Curry. So like, I'm the edge over Tim Curry, but not as big as you might think. I like them both pretty damn a lot. But Tim Curry to me is easily the most iconic clown in horror movie history. My brother agrees with me and will riot too. So I will say that when I saw the picture of Bill Skarsgård, I was very skeptical, but he absolutely nailed it. He really did. He really did nail it. That being said, I can't vote against Tim Curry. Yeah, so I think we can all agree the 1990 Tim Curry wins this vote. But god damn was it close. Not like close in the sense that, oh, he did, it was like 3-3. It was close, but like the sense that it was these two are great performances. So, yeah, that's 11. That is 11-9 on the versus battle. So, the 1990 version character-wise wins, but we're going to go ahead and talk about story and filmmaking-wise. Which one do you think filmmaking-wise was the better It film? Go ahead and comment. Let me know what you think. Vote 1990 or 2017, 2019. This is not real enough for you. They were both great. They really were. They really were. So I'm going to 1 second, folks. So we went through all those. Great job. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so storytelling wise, which one do you think is the superior Pennywise, Stephen King's It? And yes, I will count both It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2 as one giant movie. So 2017, not so much. 19, but Chapter 1. 2017, not so much 19, but Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is easily the better movie of the two, yeah. 2017 had the plus of being a full film. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So filmmaking-wise, it seems like people are more lenient towards the remake. And I think I tend to agree that the remake is easily probably the better storyteller. Had to abide by TV rules. That's right. That's right. It really did. It had a disadvantage, but I can overall say that for what they did was great. For what they had going was great, but I am going to go ahead and say the 2017, 2019 film probably handled the filmmaking prospects a lot better, storytelling-wise. I mean, let's keep in mind that 1990s is a TV movie. It really is. They had limits. They had a limited budget. So, but what they did was phenomenal. It has more of a campy vibe to it, which makes it more kind of rewatchable in some ways. But I would personally give it to the new ones when it comes to telling a story. So it looks like everybody agrees when they say that the remake wins. So That's 10, 11 to 10 right now on the vote. So it is close. It is like 1 point away. But the winner of this versus battle is the 1990 TV miniseries for It. Guys, that was the versus battle for It. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I really had a lot of fun talking about that. Not part 2 though. Yeah, not 2019. But you know, overall though, I think, you know, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, you know. But I could probably say the same thing for the part 2 of the original It TV miniseries too, where I'm like, you know, it was a bit better than the newer one, but not by too much. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being a part of it. You know, if you guys are just jumping on in and you missed this, then don't worry. We'll be doing more in the future. We'll have more versus battles, Patreon exclusive. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Very much if you guys are trying to get to be a part of these conversations and stuff, you know, become a patron. Like you know, if you're not a patron, you're not going to be able to hear what I say. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I really do mean that. So please, until next time, take care. I will check you guys out in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Geek Gal. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, Samantha, for jumping on in. And until next time, guys, take care.